One of my favorite business books is Jim Collins' Good to Great. So I'll ask you, what's the difference between a good radio/podcast host, because I think they're both, intertwined at this point, but difference between a good and great radio/podcast host?
A great radio/podcast host knows that there's something new to learn every day. And regardless of, what you accomplish, it could be the Radio Hall of Fame. I'm in the Radio Hall of Fame, nationally syndicated. You might have done interviews that people walk up to you in the street and be like, man, this interview changed my life, whatever. You know that every day you're constantly learning something new. And a great radio personality also knows that, being on that radio is about service to other people. Like when I get on that microphone every day, I say it every morning. I say, thank God for another day of life and another day to serve our beautiful listeners, whether that service is through laughter, whether that service is through, entertainment or education or, inspiring them in some way. I don't care if it's a conversation about mental health. I don't care if we got, a politician on there that's talking about things that are going on, in society right now. Like, you have to get on that radio and serve. Like, what are you pouring into people every single day? And the last thing I will probably say is that a great radio personality is a habit to people. A good radio personality, that person's on, but you're not waking up every morning turning that person on because you want to hear what that individual has to say about something. You're not, getting off work later and putting on that, radio personality's podcast and listening back to the show from that morning because you want to make sure you hear what that person has to say. Like, when you are of service and you are a habit to people and you are constantly learning new things, that is when you are a great radio personality to me. And the other thing I'll add about learning new things, you can't be afraid to be wrong either. I think that's the problem with the world we live in. Everybody wants to be an expert. I'm not an expert at anything. I just got some experiences, and I choose to share those experiences with other people. And, when experts come on and, they school me to something, I don't got no problem saying I'm wrong, and I don't got no problem saying, hey, you taught me something today. Yeah. That, to me, is what makes you a great radio personality.